Hello, welcome to the Smoky Fingers channel. And today you will witness a true competition between hot dogs and of course learn how to make Chicago-style and New York-style hot dogs. To prepare both versions of these hot dogs, we will need this variety of ingredients. We'll start with the New York-style hot dog. In general, New York is the city that gave the world the classic American hot dog. It appeared here in the late 19th century thanks to immigrants and street vendors. The latter were looking for a way to feed the city's residents quickly and cheaply. If we dig a little deeper, the New York hot dog actually has German roots. While Vadim slices red onions into half rings, I hope to tell you this story. So, in the second half of the 19th century, thousands of Germans moved to the US, bringing with them traditional Frankfurter sausages, which were indeed brought from Frankfurt, and Wiener sausages, which at the same suggests are from Vienna. But the real boom began in the 1870s, when these sausages started being sold in buns. And of course, this was done for convenience for people eating on the go. Right now, we are making an onion tomato sauce for this hot dog. It's called Sabri, if I'm pronouncing that American name correctly. As soon as the onions have sauteed a bit and become softer, we add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Let's not forget to keep stirring. For this amount of onions, we add 100 milliliters of water. Then we add 3 to 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. Also, if desired, you can add a bit of turmeric. And of course, a pinch of salt. At the end, add a bit of ground chili to taste. We cook this on low heat until it thickens. The onion tomato sauce is ready. Now it's going to be much simpler. We pour water into a pot and unpack the hot dog buns. We cut each bun just like in the video. We unpack the Vienna sausages. Just look at how long they are. We boil these sausages for a few minutes, and while they are boiling, we can warm up the buns on the top. To get the buns nice and steamy, we need to flip them. Now let's assemble the hot dogs. In the classic New York hot dog recipe, the first thing to go into the bun is sauerkraut. So we will do just that. On top of the sauerkraut, we place the warmed sausage. Then on top of the sausage, we add the onion tomato sauce. Finally, everything is garnished with American mustard. And the New York hot dog is ready. As you can see, it's really not that complicated. In my personal opinion, it looks pretty good. And soon, Vadim will tell us what it tastes like. By the way, has any one of you tried such hot dogs in New York? Please write in the comments, because I'm very curious to know how delicious they are there. And finally, Vadim takes a taste. Quite a decent flavor. Our rating is about 7 out of 10. Now let's move on to the Chicago hot dog. Chicago is not just a city of windy streets and skyscrapers. It's also known for its criminal legends. Here, in the 1920s, gangsters ruled, headed by Al Capone. He made millions from bootlegging controlled illegal bars and dealt with issues very radically. But what did the gangsters eat when they weren't busy with their shady dealings? Of course, Chicago hot dogs. What other fast food fits the Prohibition era? Quick, filling, and without unnecessary questions. The signature of Chicago hot dog is its bright green relish. And to make that, we need to dice fresh cucumbers into small cubes. We also chop sweet green peppers into cubes. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, hot dogs became popular food due to their affordability and hardness. Now for the relish in this hot dog, the third ingredient we need is regular onion. According to rumors, the classic Chicago style was invented by the Draker brothers, owners of Stand of Lakey's in 1929. They added a beef sausage to a bun and generously topped it with vegetables to make it look more filling without increasing the price. To make the vegetable relish, we need to put a pot on the stove, pour in 100 milliliters of water, add 114 milliliters of apple cider vinegar and stir in 95 grams of sugar. You can also add a bit of turmeric if desired. We then toss the prepared vegetables into this mix. The difference in Chicago relish is the bright green food coloring. We mix everything thoroughly and heat it. Just look at that cool color! Next, we'll need some grainy mustard and regular American mustard. You can also add a bit of food coloring. Mix it all together. Now we can add this mustard mixture to the relish. Mix everything well. The Chicago relish is ready. Ideally, it should sit for a bit to develop the flavors. In the meantime, we'll slice some cherry tomatoes. Although the original version of the Chicago hot dog might have used regular tomatoes. We also need a few pickles, and each pickle should be cut into 4 pieces. Additionally, we need green pickled peppers, which are sold in Chicago under the name sport peppers. For a couple of hot dogs, we're also slicing a small onion. Now let's unpack the buns and sausages. In the Chicago version, the sausages should be slightly smoked. Regarding Capone, while he didn't eat the Chicago hot dog in its current form, he definitely loved street food. His people control many restaurants and food markets in Chicago. It is said that in the establishments he controlled, he distributed food to the poor to gain public support. So, while Al Capone may not have been the first fan of the Chicago hot dog, this dish could have easily been of his table. Quick, filling, and a true Chicago classic. By the way, ketchup is not added to Chicago hot dogs. It is considered a crime against hot dogs in Chicago. As for assembling the Chicago hot dog, it's very simple. First, the sausage goes into the bun, topped with American mustard. After that, we add the bright green relish and sprinkle a bit of fresh onion on top. On the other side, we lay out the sliced tomatoes. Next to the tomatoes, we place the sliced pickles, and on the opposite side, we add the peppers. And there you have it. A real Chicago hot dog is ready. In my opinion, it even looks a bit gangster-like. Honestly, it seems that such a recipe could only have been created by gangsters. If any of you have ever been to Chicago, please write in the comments whether we managed to recreate the Chicago hot dog. Now it's time to compare the flavors of New York versus Chicago. You already know our opinion on the New York hot dog. So, what does the Chicago style taste like? It's truly a filling hot dog. The relish, pickles, tomatoes and spicy peppers add special notes. And of course, you can definitely taste the smoked sausage. In my personal opinion, this hot dog rates a solid 9 out of 10. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please support us with a like, subscription and a nice comment. Thank you for watching, and that's all for now. Goodbye everyone.